don't have to speak to you, ma'am. This is my property.
I'm so upset.
Nothing's got me upset, and you don't have any calls just because we have motorcycles, ma'am. Does not give you the permission to come up on our property, ma'am.
Deputies showed up late at night on private property and started questioning this young man about a speeding motorcycle just because they also had a motorcycle there. They simply assumed that the speeding bike they were looking for had to be his, and the officer falsely claimed that the motorcycle had come to that address just to justify their actions. But the young man told them that just because they had a motorcycle doesn't mean it was them. But the officer didn't want to listen. They just needed an excuse to demand his ID. However, he refused, saying that since he wasn't suspected of any crime, he wouldn't provide it, and he demanded a sergeant. Just watch how he dismantles all these officers right from his own property.
Suspect us. So trying to suspect us of doing some kind of crime. I don't have to speak to you, sir. Why are you on our property? Sir, since you're a public officer, can you identify yourself? Sir, since you're a public officer and you're on our property, can y'all identify yourself with y'all's name and badge number? Deputy who?
Deputy Warner,
Can you get that light out of my face? Will you get that light out of my face? And what is your name?
who's driving the,
What is your name, sir? What is your name, sir? You're a public officer and you're on my property. What is your name, sir?
Rap.
Who?
Rap.
Rap.
That's the state constable rap. Who's driving
State Constable Rap. And what is your name?
Warner. Who's driving the
Warner.
motorcycle?
And Rap, where is your name tag, sir?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, yes, it does, sir.
They don't issue him on his uniform. He's new and he didn't have a name badge yet.
So you're new and you don't have a name badge, but you're on our property. Can you tell me why you're on our property tonight?
Who's driving the moped in the motorcycle?
It doesn't matter, ma'am.
Okay, it does. It's activity.
It doesn't matter, ma'am. You're on our property, ma'am. Now, are we being suspected of committing some kind of crime? Am I being suspected of committing some kind of crime?
Can you go ahead and get somebody else around? Okay.
I'm being cooperative. You're just on my property, ma'am.
Okay.
Am I being suspected of committing
Activity on that motorcycle.
suspicious activity? So that gives you proper cause to enter my...
Speeding, trying to avoid us, got away from us, okay? We're able to locate you. We're out here at this residence, and so we're here to talk to you about it, okay?
So you're here to talk to me, but you're on my property?
Right.
You're on my property? How do you know that... Do you have a tag number for...
Yeah, my sergeant's got it on camera, okay? And he's on his way out here.
All right, good. I need to speak to your sergeant.
Okay. Who was driving the motorcycle?
I don't have to speak to you, ma'am.
You got an ID?
I don't have to speak to you, ma'am. This is my property.
You got a name?
This is my property, ma'am. And I'm not being...
so upset.
Nothing's got me upset that you come. You know, my parents are here. You know, and this is our property. And you don't have any calls just because we have motorcycles, ma'am. Does not give you the permission to come up on our property, ma'am.
Okay, well, I've already explained to you the situation, okay?
Am I being suspected of committing some kind of crime, ma'am?
Possibly, yeah.
I'm being... Possibly?
Yeah, that motorcycle.
Okay,
that we
but...
saw
Hold on.
speeding on the roadway, on the public roadway that avoided us is parked in your yard. Okay? So
Was
we're
you
gonna
running...
go-
Ma'am, was
we're
you
gonna-
running code whenever you was behind this vehicle?
Whenever I was behind.
Whenever you found the motorcycle speeding, was you running code, ma'am?
My sergeant was right behind it. and
Okay,
he asked me
I'm asking you. Was
You
you...
know what? If you're not going to talk to me, I'm not going to talk to you. You can talk to him, okay?
I'm asking you, ma'am, was you running code?
And I'm asking you, and I'm asking you questions, and you're not answering my questions. Okay?
Well, this is our property, ma'am.
Okay, and I understand that, but that's the public roadway, okay?
He does not need to speed in our driveway, ma'am. Officer speeding in our driveway. Am I being suspected of committing some kind of crime, sir?
Yeah, the motorcycle is up here.
How do you know it was that motorcycle, sir?
I'm not sure, but I suspect it to be.
You're suspected it to be? Okay. Well, that does not, you know, there's a million motorcycles on this road. So right now I'm asking you nicely to leave the property.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. We have no more to say here. Y'all fellas have a nice night. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great night. Y'all be blessed.
In the end, when the sergeant arrived, he did not escalate the situation. The man calmly explained that they were on his property without a warrant and had no legal grounds to be there. He then firmly told them to leave his property, and the sergeant along with the other officers walked away. Since they had no warrant or reasonable suspicion, they couldn't justify staying. It clearly showed that when you understand your rights and assert them respectfully, officers often have no choice but to comply with the law.